We live in a world where almost everything we do leaves a data trace. Google has unimaginable insight into our lives and actions. Online data reveals behavioral patterns, who we are, what we're interested in, and how we're feeling at a particular moment.
So the extent to which we can recreate people's lives using these digital footprints is incredibly rich and it's incredibly accurate.
We are surrounded by systems, automated systems, that come to conclusions about who we are.
We ran an experiment.
Is it possible to reconstruct a person's life
based solely on their online data?
Their thinking,
speaking,
acting,
their desires, fears,
weaknesses? Is it possible to create
a double
based on this data
without ever having met the person? We gave it a try. And the result?
But first, we had to find someone who would voluntarily
give us their data.
So we launched an open call. And people actually responded.
Out of 100 datasets that people from all over Europe sent us,
we selected one.
Dataset 25.
The data contains so much information about that person
that it would actually be too easy to create a double from it. So we limited ourselves to the data
that Google collects about its users and will provide
upon request.
Thanks.
We don't know yet who is hiding behind the data.
But that's about to change.
Hello.
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 Hello. Hopefully you're up for jumping into this dataset with us and dig for clues.
We are trying to create a double that matches the original as closely as possible. We believe that the woman behind the data is 171 meters tall.
I'm 1.65 meters.
She also has blonde hair.
Yeah.
Long blonde hair, to be exact.
That I don't have. I'm not hiding a ponytail from you.
And the person behind the data is presumably between 22 and 27.
That's a match. I am data set 25. This is what I could look like. This is how I could laugh. How I could speak. I don't know what to say right now. Will we be alike? I wonder about my name. How close will I be to the original? A collection of data, and me as its embodiment, the double. What made me become who I am today? Do I even want to know everything about myself? I think I don't want to know. I will become the double thanks to more than 100,000 pieces of data and hundreds of correlations and connections. But can you really reconstruct a human life based solely on Google data? We examined every little detail of my data set in order to reconstruct my life. We reconstructed all of that, piece by piece on a stage. We reconstructed places where I might have stayed. Reenacted daily routines as they might have happened. Revived past relationships that I might have been in. We turned my life into a film, turned your life into a film, and your data was the script. You don't know any of that yet.
Hallo. Okay,
I'll just start with where I come from. I was born in a small community in Tirol, and we are surrounded by mountains. I think for a lot of people, that's really confining. There's no chance to escape, unless you cross 3,000 meters of mountain range. I didn't do well in school, but that didn't bother anyone because I'm a girl, and you don't need a doctorate to keep a house and have children, do you? But I really enjoyed baking. And I was really good at it, because you could do more than just satisfy people.
Oh my God. I'm finally realizing what I got myself into. That this is the project that I'm taking part in.
I even wanted to become a tax consultant or train as a barista. I also thought about founding a startup or working as a teacher. Can you imagine how desperate a person must be to imagine becoming a tax consultant?
Ja.
I didn't end up doing any of those things. Searched weight loss. Searched for Love Yourself lyrics, Justin Bieber. Searched intermittent fasting. Searched therapist for internal crisis. The hopeful walk to the scales, checking whether I had lost weight or not. The relief when I had lost weight. And the disappointment when the number remained the same.
My God.
I know it's a taboo topic. Very few people talk about it. But I'm here, wondering if my data would reveal it. I don't think I've ever Googled the term eating disorder. For a long time, I wasn't able to voice it. Not even to myself. Maybe part of the reason I'm here is to confront a side of myself. Searched for protein powder. Searched for protein powder gaining weight.
It's true. I had an eating disorder. And I looked for food, if you could even call it food. Essentially any kind of fillers with minimal calories.
And then everything changed again. Searched for bleeding at the beginning of pregnancy. In the first month, I experienced bleeding. I discovered I was no longer pregnant. Searched for child lost in the first weeks. I didn't know what to do anymore, because it felt as though I could no longer make choices. I made the decision not to become pregnant, and then I did. And then I decided to become a mom, and to strengthen my relationship. I even planned a romantic holiday. I wanted to buy the same baby comforter I had as a child. A bunny wearing dungarees and holding a carrot. But in the end, I didn't become a mom. And that's when I needed help. At the time, I didn't know that this happens to many women, particularly during the first month. But I didn't want to go home.
Can we take a short break? I'm feeling sick. Not sick, but this is a bit intense. Sorry. I just can't believe this. No. Let's continue. Does anyone have a tissue? It's just that I'm not supposed to comment on it right now, but that's what it was like. Not at all in this context, but still. That's insane, honestly. It's unbelievable.
Ist das krass, echt. Es gibt's ja nicht.
At a point, it wasn't a funny experiment anymore, not knowing how things will turn out. I didn't think it would affect me so much. And I didn't think it would affect her that much either. I somehow forgot she was a real person, that it's not just about data. This is about a human being.
Gut.
We were talking about the bunny.
It's
crazy.
Krass. Wie durchsichtig.
How easily we can be read.
Und dass man dann da auch
that you can take a set of data and by means of another person personify that into flesh and blood and breathe life into it based on a data set.
Gestalt aus Fleisch und Blut ein neues Leben auch einhauchen kann anhand eines Datensatzes.
It's insane. Crazy.
Und da ist mir bewusst,
and that's when I realized how absurd all of this is.
Die haben mich
I honestly thought I'd been wiretapped. I just couldn't believe it. And at that moment, I understood the ramifications of this experiment.
Experiment hier hat. Da war jetzt für mich klar,
that's when I knew it's time for me to say, stop.
Zu sagen.
It's time to end this experiment.
Experiment zu beenden.